This is August 7th, 2017. My name is Steve Arney. I'm here interviewing Bill Meehling as a part of the Marshall Public Library Oral History Project. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Steve.
Thank you for being here. Let's start with when and where you were born.
I was born in Marshall, Illinois, and it'd be 1923, I think.
1923, okay.
I'm 94.
94 years old. Who were your parents?
Frank and Lorraine Meehling.
What was your mother's maiden name?
Waller.
Waller, okay. You have siblings?
I have Virginia Shaw and William and Donald Meehling.
Okay,
That's Father Donald Meehling,
right.
a Catholic priest.
Have you lived in Marshall all your life?
All my life, except for about 3 2/3 years in the military service.
Okay. We'll talk about that a little later. Where did you live when you were a child? What part of Marshall?
I lived north of the courthouse, about a block, and never got very far away except in college at Urbana, Illinois, at the University of Illinois.
What did your father do for a living?
He was a grocer and had grocery stores at different times, about a block across route. Let's see. Well, that's about all I can say about it.
Was it here on Archer Avenue?
On Archer Avenue.
Yeah.
One of them was for a time at the place where Delaney Bank is now, and otherwise he was across the street from the middle of the block, north of the courthouse.
Right here in the middle of the block.
Yeah.
Did you help in the grocery store when you were?
Yes, I worked there as a kid, doing odd jobs without going to high school so much. But I did evenings after school. I worked and was kept busy in that manner.
What year did you graduate from high school?
Oh boy, I think it's about 1941, but I don't.
1941. Did you go then into the service right then, or did you start the college?
I started to college and went about 2.5 years at the University of Illinois before I enlisted in the infantry. Actually, it was in the field artillery for a short time, and during the Battle of the Bulge, I was replaced into the infantry, and I had originally wanted to be in the field artillery because I thought you wouldn't have to walk so much, but I got replaced.
So when they put you in the infantry, you were an officer. You were what, a lieutenant?
Yeah, I was a lieutenant.
And you trained other people that were men that were going to become officers. That was your job, to train them?
That was part of my job. I stayed in that position in different jobs, but always in the infantry.
When did you go overseas?
And I can't give you the dates very well. You don't know them either, do you?
About 44, didn't you?
I was in for 3 1/3 years. And,
Well, you were assigned to the Philippines, is that right?
yes. And I was there until I was transferred to Tokyo, and I stayed there in non-combatant position, where I was in non-litigation positions, and I stayed in GHQ AFPAC. That's the General Headquarters of the Armed Forces of the Pacific, and until I was discharged.
Mm-hmm. I remember you telling me one time that you were a part of the transition of General MacArthur's headquarters from the Philippines,
Yeah, I was.
when the war had ended, to Tokyo, and that's how you wound up in Tokyo. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes.
that'd be right.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever meet General MacArthur directly?
I've seen him and saluted him,
Did you?
and had no position where I was really in full contact.
Mm-hmm.
I just would pass him and salute him, and he saluted me.
Wow, that's quite something to say, that General MacArthur saluted you back.
Yeah.
So you were discharged from the Army when the war had ended, and you went back to the University of Illinois?
Yes, and then I re-enlisted when I was in Tokyo, and was as soon as I got home, I was re-enlisted and stayed in the military until I could get into the University of Illinois again.
So you went to law school at that point then?
Then when I went back to the University of Illinois, I went back to the law school and completed my law school time, and was admitted to the Illinois Bar Association, Illinois law.
Now, were you and Kate already married at that time?
No, still single.
That occurred a little later.
Yeah, that was a little later. We got married.
All right. And you joined the law firm of Snavely and Miller. Is that correct?
That's right.
Was Judge Snavely still living at that time?
Yes,
He was.
And he was limited in the law work that he wanted to do, so I got a chance to work with him for
Mm-hmm.
a while.
In thinking back, things were a lot different in the 20s and 30s. Is there any modern convenience that you have today that stands out in your mind as really affected your life? Maybe radio or television?
Well, the television was, I didn't have the chance of viewing TV until I'd been in practice of law.
Mm-hmm.
And at least it was very limited at law school.
You've lived through a lot of historical events, as have I. Like
Yeah.
the Depression, Pearl Harbor,
Yeah.
dropping the bomb on Hiroshima, assassination of JFK, 9/11. Any of those stand out as, in your mind, as more significant than any of the others?
I don't now recall a lot of the details of my life experience. I get along pretty well, but I'm not as clear on some factors as I once was.
During the Depression, was it called a depression at that point? Do you remember? Did you know you were living in the Depression?
Well, during my family, parents' life, I experienced food shortages, not severe, but I was limited in what I enjoyed. And even though my folks were grocers,
Okay.
and they could tell things weren't too great, but it was not severe to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I could, for example, when I was on Sunday mornings after church, we'd often stop by the grocery store going home, and we could get a nickel choice, and I got a nickel bottle of olives that was 5 cents. I still remember that.
Out of your dad's store?
That's right.
Yeah. Anything in high school stand out as in your memory?
I wish I had been more attentive to my teachers,
Really?
and I think of those teachers and wish I could review with them the time that we had, but
Well,
I didn't keep in touch with, couldn't keep in touch with them, but I still remember teachers, and one of them, what I think I should have tried to help more was Fackler. You know Fackler? I don't know.
She was gone when I
You know her?
I don't remember that name, no. I remember J.R. Hornbrook. Was he there when you were there?
Yeah, he was there part of the time.
He was.
That's right.
And I had him in high school also. Well, how many, let's see, you have children.
I have my brother, no, my children, you're asking.
Yes.
Yeah. William, Donald, Cheryl, and a child,
They're twins, right?
and Tom.
Mm-hmm.
The two, the
Two
twins.
boys.
And then I have a daughter, Melinda, and still enjoy her life. She lives in Charleston, Illinois, and my sons are Tom, who's in Avon, Colorado, and Bill is in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, really?
Now they're spread out a little,
How about grandchildren?
and I have 3 grandchildren, a grandson, and 2 granddaughters.
Okay.
They're coming along, but they're still young and changing some, and they're in their choice.
You've probably done some traveling over your life,
Quite a bit.
quite a bit. What's the favorite place that you visited?
Well, I've been in Colorado at different times,
Mm-hmm.
and that.
Germany.
What'd you say?
Germany?
We've been in Europe, in different places.
Okay.
Visited some of my German relatives, and I enjoyed that. And I've in the area, Nova Scotia area, we've visited several different places,
Mm-hmm.
but not a lot. But we did enjoy several trips, and
Well, it's remarkable that you're able to locate your German relatives. They be distant cousins, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, my name was Meehling, and we visited some of those folks.
They pronounce it Meehling.
Meehling.
Uh-huh.
It was Muhling, the ones that we contacted.
Do you know when your earliest relative came to the United States?
I don't know. I had a priest relative who had made contact with them before I had, and he was Father Fred Meehling, and we enjoyed his visits here and there, both.
Do you know how they happened to come to Marshall?
Don't really know, except some of them came as part of another group, but I can't give you any details about it.
Okay. Well, see, I have a questionnaire here. I haven't asked you what your favorite pastime or leisure activity is. I think I might know what that is. But,
It has been golf.
golf, okay.
And other entertainment matters. But I've kind of worn out my activities as far as
Well, you played golf up until just a few years ago.
a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago.
I quit. Yeah, I got a little old.
Well, you played a lot of golf in your time, haven't you?
I have.
All right. Well, I think we've covered about everything, Bill. Certainly appreciate your willingness to participate in this project, and I'm sure that everybody that hears this will find it very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.